a very good Minister of Information and Communication. I endorse you. I thank you also for the proactive way you put this press conference quickly now, so we don't get for work around the rain for going to foreign affairs. But I believe, say, today you conduct of parliament, comportment of parliament, behavior of parliament. Now, one way all man of Sierra Leone and the world notice. First of all, for the very first time in the last 7 years, we President don't be, well, going 7 years, we President don't be president, democratically elected president of Sierra Leone, because he did not be president before, in 1996. Now, the first time this way, the parliament full. All the seats where the opposition full up. All the seats now the government side full up. The gallery full up. We, the visitors, also full up. And you don't hear the kind of rowdiness way we heard before. It shows says Sierra Leone don't become of age. It shows say the last 12 months, the kind of work where president do behind the scenes and in front of the scenes also, for let people then see, in a president for all man, in a president we come for run the country for APC, SLPP, PMDC, PDP, and every single person, and even those fence sitters will not belong by any party. It don't show that say, this work don't pay we dividend. And the international community, I'm sure, they up there today at the diplomatic gallery, then they watch. And they notice the camaraderie, the friendship, the genial comments where they pass. Even when president tell them, say, when somebody make statements, say, where the UN don't give you $26 million or so in budgetary support. Somebody say, oh, wait a minute. I say, well, nothing will they take pay you. Wasn't that a good answer? Genial. Even the man said, was shocked that the man sharp so much. So for me, and I see, say, even the way they clad themselves, the way they dress. Now, I should be them wear. The one wear black no more. The other one wear green. But believe me, that the same style, same hat them, same Yoruba style.
Same tailor then.
Same tailor there. So it should say there is some kind of cooperation, collaboration, coordination, and friendship among them. So for me, I want to congratulate the body of parliament, from the speaker to the clerk, down to the members themselves. Say, congratulations. It's the first time. Me, I don't be member of parliament before. Hardly any year they pass. The state opening of parliament, i.e. the speech from the throne, I would call it. They make this kind of decorum show up at that place there, and everybody came out smiling and hugging each other, because apart from everything else, the message be strong. The message means we, Sierra Leoneans, we don't get no other side where they go. We get for work together, we get for day together, we get for bear each other, even if there are difficulties, or for land, for talk. So I think that this today, I start with, for sure say, Sierra Leone don't become of age. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Alpha Kanu, leader of government business and majority leader. President commend Parliament plenty in his speech. And I know say you know one man we don't they also work for mobilize that Parliament day for pass beaucoup progressive legislation. So I just want to let you give Fambule your reaction today to the president's speech and waiting Honorable Alpha can just say the committee we experience that spirit in the parliament, the cordiality, the fun, the joke, when a good testament for democracy. What are your reactions, sir?
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator, my minister, my comrade. First, I want to start with humility and I respect extend to my colleague on the other side, Honorable Abdul Kargbo. No matter the position we stand at the moment, no matter how you find yourself at the helm of affairs, the only way we work with your colleagues, don't take that individual as somebody inferior, but present yourself to and say, you're ready for work with humility, sincerity, and common purpose. Political parties now vehicles, then just stay for shape with political ideologies. But what it matters to us very much, how would it represent the nation and the people within the inside that nation? That's not the kind of thing we.
So on the light of that, today we don't see USA characterize social media, even when we don't enact the progressive laws, as the minister say. Una make members of the fourth estate, una they are so today. The one way they make for me they criminalize una, for me they make sure say una not able to exercise una role, and the role of una show this nation that this camaraderie where the spokesman talk about, this level of swing statesmanship today, and the way we see we integrate with the opposition and the ruling party, with the paramount chiefs within us, don't show say Sierra Leone a better place for thee. When we started the discussion about national unity, been to money, people they frown at them. But democracy is not always you are right. Now for bend backwards for accommodate the person in your view. You fit into your own view how you go build a nation. Today the fruit will get and the good will get for that being to money discourse. They make the president you always talk about peace, reconciliation, and national security. And you go further for admonish us that let us not use social media for pelting the way they show negative things about Sierra Leone. So members of the fourth estate, he talks about transparency in governance, but he say he want to practice free. Then he say nobody knows in a journal in a prison today. Yep. So now I could repeat part 5 of the Public Order Act. But again, we talk say invest in the media. So and the president has been very consistent, empowering women and girls. Since day one, the first speech was saying in the very first paragraph, and I do about it for the first time again, the very first page, he said, what we call tomorrow inside democracy. We open the space in the representation like parliament too. He said it enriches the tapestry of our democracy. Than everything in first speech. Yeah. Today, it repeats support women and girls, even in the mining sector, in the health sector, on several occasions. But more so, he recognized about the insecurity where they are around. We don't for run away from Dandy. And we know for living in worry. We know how to come out. Then we know how to go. We will the pathway they show we na unity, peace, and make sure that democracy prevails. It also encourages we for also institutional structure where democracy don't be for winner this nation. For China we complain and we grievances. Now make us say where they say more go dialogue. It complements the AU, it complements the ECOWAS, it complements EU, it complements United Nations, it complements United States Embassy for the good work where they maintain peace and stability. But it also come to realization that every post-elections issues indeed. And we seek together for address those issues, not by violence, but how do we look at it in the modest way for the furtherance of our nation? Because what do we need for sure? Now make sure there's stability and peace. He also went further, Mr. Minister. For sure we say challenges and day. He talk about inflation, but he talk about challenge. He go to the health sector, he talk about challenge. No, not shame. It's until we if you fine, you fine. Well, the steps if you were talking about the Feast Alone project, we talk about the flagship program. He talk about the steps that we want to take. You know, say you don't achieve. He said these are the steps that are there. He itemized everything. But what do we for take further from today? And he also embedded in his speech about the unity issue about programs where he don't bring forward. Taking about the Bintu money. That said we need for legislate some of them things they are so until we lost them. About to parliament, he talk about parliament. And Honorable Nyuma no go do alone or SLPP. My colleague on the other side, Honorable Abdul Kargbo, who are the minority leader. If we not bend backward for accommodate them, we get all the numbers then for pass to one part. But that's not democracy. When I pass law, oneness day, when I see the fruitfulness of the law, how the law they work, how the law everybody embrace them, that makes a democracy a better platform for us. So, Mr. Moderator, that now I get for say for the moment. Thank you.
We give parliamentarian Mike. When a leader of government business, you know, say he gets mastery of the facts, and yes, and he don't do a fantastic job. He just summarize which we just witnessed today. Now I want to come to the leader of the opposition at Parliament, the Honorable Abdul Kargbo. Honorable, I want to take this opportunity on behalf of government, as the government spokesman, for congratulate you and your party, and for telling a thank you as well for that display of true democratic credentials. I think what we witnessed today, it's good for beginning all, for let the world know, say, while we disagree, and I know we talk history, they can talk about the party who disagree. That's what democracy is. Maybe them, we don't use a good debate today. Debate all net. If people like one fets, they'll go to room, we'll fets the other side. So while we may disagree, we do not need to be disagreeable. We can find common ground. So I want to give you an opportunity to respond to what we witnessed in the parliament, the conduct and the substance of the speech. I just want to make yourself, on behalf of your party, and I know say you know the leader of the party in the parliament, for yourself respond and talk to people of this country. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, firstly, I want to commend them, just the way the leader of government business say, that parliament na law we dey for make. And for una way you not get knowledge or background as to what to make president they come na parliament this day. Now that parliament get in calendar. Parliament in calendar different from we own normal calendars the way they operate. Parliament in here they begin the first day where parliament open and get in session. So waiting president today now for open the second session. Inside each year, we get one session. The session begin last July. So meaning this July, that 1 year they don't do. Presidents can open the next year. And then a virtue of the provision of subsection 3 of section 84 of the Constitution, we say any time where the session begin, president they come. And what to make president they come? They come for two things. Firstly, president may make manifesto whilst he be in the campaign. And then manifestos, then the president they disaggregate them into what he able to achieve on annual basis. So when president can at parliament, they can't tell the parliament say, last year where I be come, now this and this and this I've been telling us say, I go do for that year day. And I don't able to achieve this, I don't able to achieve this. Next year, now this and this and this and this, now I they achieve. Part of, and always, the state opening address of the president can be an extract of the president's manifesto. And they pull something and the way no say yes, this thing them, now they can tell parliament say, now I want to do this here. You see. So, firstly, of course, the leader of government business say, the minister when I become read, say we look funky small. Yes, basically. And basically, when the leader of government, not to the same tailor. Not to the same tailor, get. Yeah. Exactly. Yes. But in truth, yes, but in truth, now that we as parliament, waiting at the essence where president they can't tell we what he want to. We get the responsibility for make sure say we monitor the MDAs them, ministers, deputy ministers, heads of parastatals, heads of department and agency, for let we make sure say waiting president don't can talk na parliament. They're able for achieve them. They're able for make sure say all the things the way president can talk, they achieve them. So state opening na an occasion where the people and they get a heart of expectancy. Say today with the kind of waiting go happen in the next coming years. But the state opening address today of His Excellency, we find out say more about peace, national cohesion, and some of the overall achievements them of the government, including monies where IMF mean the give, the grants them with them in the give, the budgetary support, including the MCC, including some other the Security Council achievements. You know, all of those things are applaudable by the opposition. Me, now one person we don't always say, we are in opposition, but we are not opposed to the development of this country. We want less Salon go before. Because we all London Naya for years. Not to one party they run this country. They go. Not to one party. They na APC. In fact, first na be SLPP. It changed to APC. It come back to SLPP. It changed back to APC. So meaning, the leader they laugh. Who laugh fast them first. So meaning, we all for be curious about how we country they go before. How we country go better. Because we are in a competitive world. When you go to other African nations, you go to Ghana, you go to Nigeria, you go to Liberia. When you they refer them to your country, you know they look at country from the perspective of APC, SLPP. You they look at country as to waiting now the hope of the youth them. Waiting we plan for achieve. Waiting are the things that where we plan as government for make sure that we able offer to people them. How they look their nations then they and compare them to we own and say why make we they be part this and that. So state opening address now an opportunity where the president they can tell members of parliament and say now this now I intend for do ya on a monitor the MDs them and make sure say they're able to accomplish what they want for do. That now we primary responsibility and then at the essence of the state opening. Now just explain so.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Abdul Kargbo. All I would say as a young minister, we say APC they come back. I got to work really hard for delay APC then come on. Let them delay. They delay no more. So based on the delivery they do. But I think the heart of the comments now important. Like I can say at the ministry, Salon big pass we all. For lift Salon above all else. Like I say, irrespective of differences, and we'll have them, we'll get time for debates, the presidents in speech, decide we're not glad about, but what we want for demonstrates now that we get a democracy, and in a democracy, we get a debate, and we can still hold each other in hand and smile and laugh because we committed to the things we move forward. Now you no more Dr. Takino mix from politics now. All the other one and a politician name. Normally I can always like for mix this conversation from a non-politician perspective. Today we make sure so you self kind side well, you witness them and listen to the pine speech. Now as somebody when both an academic and a gender person, I think the leader of government business mentioned His Excellency, one of the first things that we talk in the opening from the first one to now in focus on the advancement of women, and now they reflected already. So I want you just comment on what you witnessed today and waiting at your reaction to all waiting upon a parliament just minutes ago.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ba. And true to ETS, for this is the first time we I think say I don't, is my memory serve me right, I don't day throughout the state opening of Parliament, and I think say I mean very good experience. And from all we I don't talk so far, he also I think say make him a better experience really, because even where you knock in the inside you they watch on a TV or you get the excerpts of what's in previous one then. You can see sometimes disruptions, rancor, but this one was quite impressive, I would say. So for me, thank you again. We bring me kind insight for this. Although you can give me voice, I mean that a non-politician amongst Tunanaya. This speech, where I first look and when I listen way His Excellency the deliver the first bit, and when I don't talk all inside and it's about, for me, what in come out is about reconciliation, it's about peace, it's about looking at Salon, it's about putting hands together and look at Salon. So it brings out a lot of the achievements when they don't make. So same like what in Honorable Abdul say, it's like appraisal, like where they come for appraisal, like annual report. So after the 1 year done, they can now can show and say, now this been on my manifesto. Now this and this we don't do this year, and I don't think we can continue for do or want for add Panuwitu don't do. So then in first few lines, and even the last line where they do in closing, I make specific, reference to the NND, because for me, it was all about, it talk about the seats, all mandated for represent the voices of the people. And so, yes, he praised the members of parliament, and I think it's in both sides, opposition as well as the government side. But it's also a reminder for, say, when I in a parliament, when they represent people. It's about people's voices. And it's very important for make we not forget all man we put we in. And for me, it's also giving a lot of credence to the population, the general population, for say, now people can get power for put and pull people in. And now they get the power for, so we can't continue for them now also the day we forget waiting at them. Then cry there. We forget waiting they make them laugh. We forget waiting they make them move. We forget how the economy they go. So all the things that we talk about really, we specify now about Sierra Leonean people and Sierra Leone in general. Now, for break and down to the thing that I see, I also see good maturity, amongst the members of parliament. And sometimes previously, we they work with them, especially for the woman them and who they talk about then laws them. A lot of things that you can see within the well of parliament or even at the corridors where they're all day, they see them where they outside na street. And I think this has to be manifested outside. This kind of partnership we then get within the work, yes, opposition day, but as you say, they're not opposed to the development of the country. This has to be shown. The one that we did in governance also get for CC. When they in parliament, na mi komane, na mi brother, na mi dake, na mi famble, where they talk and joke and laugh. But when they're out there, the image where the ordinary person they see, not to him. So if some of them practice, we take them out now, we community them for say, more people they know say, you can then at this party, then at this party. Not mean say we get for fetch, not mean say we get for make plumber. But if you tell like for say we they do some things then behind closed doors, then we come out in public. Now we can show say, can't push pressure, so we go fetty and down, go then. Now we have no more they destroy, and I think that that's a very important part. Say me want to ask the honorable members them a lot of this thing we can like our president talk about this cohesion and this focus and working together, togetherness. Now we're able for sure I may manifest itself. So now every small country, even if we any small corner. Where even if we get we own supporter then when I was strong supporter then we did before go anything for we. The moment I want care fet and kuskas go inside, you say no, not so for be. When I listen on safe, we get for agree for disagree and disagree for agree. So for me that's important. Also, I see of course the what's in the President Joshua and what's in Dana in speech even when he come. Now for talk about the steps that we don't make. We were there on the outside, me as ordinary citizen, don't see, say, for the past 6 years or so, there has been the will. And that is very important, the will for able to change some things there. So when it comes to women and girls issues, there has been the will. So we're not just talk them. We're not just begin draft policy. We're not just put bill. But something don't pass. And we know say where law don't make, then we self as citizens now get for follow and for say he implemented. And we test the law them. How did the law them for be? So the fact that the GIWI Act pass, fantastic. The fact that we talk about child marriage, fantastic. The fact that we don't make an open, we talk about inclusion, where we don't talk about persons with disability, you talk about women them for normally marginalized groups. For say, if you get access to land, if not for fishing, if not for mining, if not education, may the space open, may all man know say we all are citizens and we all in this country. Now we all get the country. May all man feel say something there inside it for them. So for me, some of them things in the way bring come. Actually, I mark this speech really like teacher.
Because you're not teacher.
That's how I make notes all over.
Okay.
There's one part where you talk about also, which I liked in this, where you talk about sincerity, commitment, and urgency. So what do you understand? Then all the quotation we make from Nelson Mandela, to the lady at IMF, all but, all the thing is building we put building blocks for make we work together. And it talk something back. He said, Salon a small country. If Salon a small country, why we're not able to do certain things then? If we're committed to doing certain things. So if we get to work together for make sure, say, we agriculture work, we mining sector work, we law system work, we education part work, all the things that we bring them together. Now things that we touch on. And as legislators, the legislative arm of the government and parliament who comes to, they get responsibility for say, I also like the party we say, we election done. But we left the politics.
Yes.
The politics can define the drum the way can they beat from politics because that's in the tension day. But after election done, when we focus now for build, how for build. So you within a party or this other person within a party, how you build, who say you day, we collectively it go register saying that the nation and don't go before. So them parts and they na things the way I like. And you know, I find this speech very, very accommodating for me. That's the first reaction.
Thank you very much. An accommodating speech. And this is now from a different perspective. Honorable Abdul Kargbo, I like the parts where the power back talk says una need to for level bituna. He say una na real bobo pin them back. So that never he just I think somebody talks say what the election again I say no it beats no more. But then I remind somebody say that level of waiting with man called banter, it presents the most legislatures in the world. If you watch Question Time in the UK, you watch where the US president they go to parliament, you see that small cordial back talk that they enter each other. But from a position of not to hatred, but just, just undertones, I want to open immediately for questions. So I'll take some questions because I got some follow-up questions and for the panel. But I also know say the leader them get other thing them for do, they get a lot of guests there with them today, so no one hold them too long. I also acknowledge the presence of the Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education, Honorable Bokari Abdul Aziz Bawo, Sheikh Alhaji. All right, so let's see hands for questions. We'll get runner, somebody they pass mic. Charles, who did they do the mic? Who did they on microphone duty? All right, so let me point the 5 force rounds. IB get 1, you get 2, you get 3, you get 4. Anybody else? So we'll do 5. Okay, let's do the 4 and then see how we do. Okay, 5. The party be ending number 5. Thank you very much. So when I give IB the mic. Yeah. Which one? This one? Okay. Just can this one where they walk. Then they know they walk.
Madam Ibrahim Jawa from IB blog. Yeah, my question they go to the members of parliament, now the 2 political parties. Would I all the fine words them wanna say how they do in parliament and the peace? How want for work together for CC wanna take this message out there to our supporters and let them know say politics not to do or that in a peaceful thing where we all can disagree, but at the same time put the country interest above all else. Because most time when I can agree together in a parliament, but when we're in a radio or different communities, sometimes when I can create high tension, we can lead to the supporters and for look at themselves as enemy. How now for take this message to the people out there for CC, we all unite.
Thank you very much. The gentleman who appointed at number 2, I think next to yes, now you been the number.
My name is Ibrahim Sarasisi, Voice of Salon Radio. Honorable, I take you back to Honorable Abdul Kargbo's statement and before I proceed. And as you likely see, the UNANA opposition. As on the position, based on the peace communique where you party signed and on October 2023, how far UNADONGO and CC UNA party accepted the election is over? And based on the tripartite recommendation.
All right, thank you very much. Number 3, another gentleman there.
Ibrahim Soifo from a political newspaper. The question to go to both leaders of the parliament. We don't see instances in Leone every 1, 2, 3 months would see faceless or whatsoever people that they call for protest or demonstration. So how the two leaders in parliament go ensure that messages of peace not only tap na freedom, because the fear can cascade down to the people that are upline, where they get pile of calls and freedom. So yeah, he said this or this, that also. How now go ensure not only the message for making tap na freedom, but make it resonate down to the provinces.
All right, thank you. Very similar to, I think, the first question. Number 4, yes.
Thank you very much. My name is Suleiman Chalo, reporter for Expo Times newspaper magazine. This question goes to Honorable Abdul Kargbo. In your closing statement, you talk, say, as opposition, we are not there against the progress of the nation. In the state nation of the address of the president, he mentioned key things, of which I go one fully to highlight as an opposition, which includes the MCC and that of Sierra Leone leading the UN National Security Council. From the opposition angle, what do you want, or what are the message you want to send to our supporters out there and the general public?
Thank you very much, Mr. Jalon. Depa 90 number 5, DPIU.
Honorable Kargbo, sir.
Yeah, back then as a celebrity.
Honorable Kargbo, just recently you were quoted in a local newspaper. You say, after a tripartite committee, say you want ECOWAS intervention.
But Kamara then say, we always sabi you, but then why they not sabi you?
Yeah.
So do you introduce yourself fine first?
Mohammed Kamara, the Watch and Sagora Media Hub Limited. Honorable Kargbo, sir, you were quoted in the local newspaper, say, after a tripartite committee said you want ECOWAS intervention for ensure say the recommendations are implemented. 2, you and I, when you talk of democracy, when you saw Sierra Leone score the MCC, we become members of the non-permanent state of the Security Council. The opposition never congratulated the incumbent government. Honorable Kargbo, you are here talking of national development units and all that. What would you say for which to believe would I say, since President Bio came to power, instead of you congratulating him for the marvelous work he has done, so many of them in literature, all right? Now you're saying of unity, just like Dr. Akataki said, after here is another story. Thank you.
The pardon talk. Thank you very much. Okay, we get 5 questions then. Honorable Abdul Kargbo, the 2 honorable then, I want to get all the questions then. Honorable Abdul Kargbo, you're very popular now today. What I will do, we'll start with the leader, and then we come to you, since majority of the question is now for you. Leader, the question for you, sir, how do they work together for take this message of committee? Say we can disagree, but we're not disagreeable. For say politics, the kind of border puts are not to do or die to people across the country. And then the similar questions now, then one day they call for faceless demonstration. Their message of peace across the country. So those are 2 related questions. I think the rest of the question are really enough for me, Brother Abdul Kargbo. So you go first.
Thank you very much. Thank you, the journalist who asked the question. If you don't follow me carefully in the chamber, in the well of parliament, I'm a conscience and God at the self. I don't do opposition, I don't can governance. I don't do out of parliament, I come back. When you serve your conscience, you serve the interest of the people. If you are the minority level, you don't know get voice safe. First, I avoid to call vote. I got all the numbers, we can pass for past laws. But I want to ensure say we get that camaraderie and that kind moving forward as a nation. It's not all process. Most of the vote are collectively. The only one way we vote really, they get the opinion. But we listen any side of the argument, you go say Nayadi. We listen to the argument, go say Nayadi. Then at the issue of juror. We deal with that one day, they take their side, we take our side. All my vote. But you know they spoil anything. What matters much to all of us. They could not say social media. President mentioned about the cyber law. If we not get goodwill for me, they make sure see, let them talk about things that we good for salon at the cyberspace. When they make the cyber laws, we they make law, but we not go able to enforce them. Now, we not so one for help government, for help this nation. The one that they did the cyberspace for talk about faceless demonstrations, call for mayhem in this country. When I get free platform for practice, expose them. Now, expose them. Don't talk about them. Everywhere in the world, even Nigeria demonstrate right now, then show them say that they come out and demonstrate. Bangladesh, where the prime minister don't resign, now the students that raise the demonstrations. In Sierra Leone, somebody the other side, they show that in. They talk about faceless demonstrators. Is that the bedrock of democracy? Democracy, we say, why I read the minority then view. For air out, demonstration for air out grievances. But come forward, let's say, now this I want to do. As Honorable Abdul Kargbo say, not to the first, it can be APC, SLPP, APC, SLPP. That is the beauty of our democracy. What would they make their law and they as lawmakers? Would they expect now for support we get where they make law, they will go to enforce them. For let you go vaccine, for talk about people that on the all side, this wall now a free wall. For talking about what you talk in a chamber, there you want to go instigate people there for do bad. I believe say for exploding type bad politics. We certify our conscience and the people who serve with God. The other point, I don't want kind of small way has to do with the tripartite because we go for camp. Read that report carefully. Go back to I was part of the team at Been to Bani. If you look at the wording the way it calls the tripartite, it's carefully worded. There's a review. And most of the team they own at the CISO, if you have been following, in 2022, when they do the Public Elections Act review, when I found out, I said most of them will count and back. Most of the things they will not pull, the one they will not pull so and see, now the one that we get for deal with constitutional issues, we get for create a referendum for vote on. So for me, we all go for play with one part. Inside Parliament, yes, we go for express cabaradi. Because you get for show say you are leading nation. Now you make it represent the both SLPP, APC, NGC, now the locality. When you go outside there, that is the face you have to show. And if we do not start for name and shame bad politicians, this is all they talk now sham. So now, this issue of driving the unity, talking about cohesion, talking about what they propagate so today, we say how we express them when I get a rule for play. Talk about what do we discuss on the table, not to post the personality. Let's capture the moment that you talk about national unity drive from page 1 to the last page. What thing will be with next phase of talking about how government will do? We not stake all. Do we believe in sharing? Do we dilute the tensions? So we don't do your own part for close the cyberspace for monitoring. We also question the law enforcers if they mean for enforcer one day. In the West, you follow up, wrap up very soon. If you follow up, but if you want to get freedom of expression so high, you do something that they monitor you, that they follow you, go correct, they count you. It's happening. In a country like Sierra Leone, we don't have the technology, but we have the human resource for able to say, no, you can't talk something like that. But you go so side, you go talk something different. You have to stop that. We should not aid and abet bad policies. So for me, I feel as parliamentarian, what I can do is to make sure that I enact laws. Laws, not the crew all. We say democracy, the law, not to democracy. Yeah. Jungle practice, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Honorable Matthew Nyuma. Comrade, you get some question in here. In addition to the question they would ask the leader just now, the majority leader, somebody say if we don't accept say the election don't done now, being because we have signed tripartite and you position on that. Somebody say if you mean was intervention for guarantee the implementation of the tripartite, and with your response to some of the issues and there. So might give you some time. I think we'll give you up to 4 minutes for let you touch on anything in there.
Yes, let's begin for Pakamara we last ask question. Pakamara need for noting the responsibility of opposition. Opposition not to for clap for government or sing for government. You journalists can choose for clap for government and then our own problem. But we as opposition, we for make sure say we checkmate government and see waiting government they get correct and waiting government they get wrong. And I believe say safe and a balanced journalist then they for be your responsibility. Usai get government gets wrong, we dey clap for them. Usai government gets right, we dey clap for them. Usai government gets wrong, we for act as a pressure group for correct government say no, this not correct, this not correct, this not correct. Now then they are the role of an opposition. Then secondly, somebody asks about faceless, but protest. They say protest and demonstration. They say waiting the opposition they do. Firstly, under democracy, Protest not a crime. It's part of governance. Under democracy, let me make this back, let me repeat what I say. Under a democratic dispensation, protest is not a crime. You have to follow the procedure and processes. Write to the Inspector General of Police, and say this. Basically, not to force this for less alone, they experience protest. So now we know, make as if protest now one of the worst crimes them we people can commit. We self as opposition, if there are things where we're not happy with, we get rights to protest. We get the right to protest. But when you protest, you for ensure say you follow the rules. You for ensure say you present yourself. Let it not be faceless. So that government not go know who that them for tackle, who that them for meet, who that them for talk to. You see? So I want to make that also very clear. Then somebody asks, how we go make this message of unity reach to the people them? Now the country. Message of unity, not to work out and they work out with her. Now waiting the people and they see. Now they know say unity there. Action speaks louder than voice. I know we'll talk say me and the minister, me and a comrade, then tomorrow, then see me and the minister within a CID. Nobody no go believe me. So governments, when are the bigger partner, get a responsibility on how for deal with the opposition. Some of we they talk to people in our governance. If government they and they no say something for happen, this for come, this for this, this for that, then for able for reach out to we now the opposition and say, no, honorable, law can't talk this. Law see how best for resolve this. Instead of they say no, law we send CID for the Secretary General. Law send CID for the organizing secretary. Law care and go na CID. Law do this. So some of them things and then we can able to sort them out back those because we are all young people. Tomorrow government go change. Me no go like for them governance as see me comrade Siba. They go na CID. Then they lock and they. I will never tolerate that. Because we are more of Sierra Leoneans than APC or SLPP. No condition is permanent. Today na SLPP, tomorrow I go be APC. So we for able to get that common ground where they go no say no. Today now we this person he don't do bad or this person in statement we making no okay. Law call APC but law talk to APC. Law ask the waiting at the thing. Most of them problems there we can able to solve them behind door without CID involving, without police involving. We can able to solve them behind door. And once we solve them behind door, we people and they see. Let tell you, one time they were me and the minister and a close friend of me, very close friend from university days. Of course, we are all comrades of the Radical Club. But one time they were me in Snap, people then blast me on social media. You know I make them blast me? They not blast me because of the minister and attitude towards me. Because regardless of the fact that he is SLPP, I'm APC, we are still friends. But the way government they handle opposition, we people and they see. If they see that thing, they say, oh, 10 opposition members, they don't go arrest them today. They don't go CID now, they don't go police now, opposition office, or opposition man, they don't hold on today. It didn't this. Then see me now opposition, they snap with people in our government, then go take offense. Now I make I say action speaks louder than voice. So most of the things then we get for the solver back of door. When they say this, when I go cut me back in Sierra Leone, one government know they rule this country forever. It's not possible. Government get for change, and some of we one day at the position, even when government change for say no, we all na Salomon them. Let we not antagonize ourselves. Let we not fight ourselves. Like for example, I go Ghana recently. Then take me now one view one side. If you see the villa the way they did, the estate the way they did, I ask who that then get there. They say na Ghanaian politicians them. Now then they build their estate, then they develop them country, build them a they develop them country. But you know it's you for the salon politician build in country. Because you know say tomorrow where government change, the first way then they can see is na building. We not help yourself by that.
Man is still below.
Yeah, so, now they say, so man, they in building, it is under COI. Instead of the anger, where government change, for let's say go pine company.
But if you know accounts for you building, if you know account, I don't want to give the impression, say, COI and accountability an inherent bad thing.
No.
Because, for example, me now as a government minister, then they pay with 20 million or less. If inside 6 months, I build 4-5 building, I think say rights for after government done, for let them question me, and if I'm not able to present the account of how I get a building, the government for Caesar, you disagree with that?
Interestingly, I know they're against COI.
Wait, no, you disagree with that premise there,
No, I not disagree. At the camp. But interestingly, where we they do them kind probe, then they let in turn like say we are doing it against one set of people. People and they, even at the former government, Mr. Minister, people and they will also build structures them. Just because before election, then people and they go give them loyalty to the SLPP, even when they come for camp probe, they don't ask them a single question. They don't question them. Now only the one they wait now be APC, make sure say then they open door with the party, now then they bad. It's bad. Una Seki agree with me. I can call ministers and former ministers then we get big structures them. So they not ever call them na
So wait. Before we cancel you, we cancel now. Let you Honorable Alpha can respond. I know I let miss.
Una no mind we this then train we now.
No, this man. So we don't use this.
I for talk the truth.
So but the big question about MCC and Security Council, I think it's okay agree on this question. Is justice is important and accountability is important. MCC. So they say you respond to MCC and the Salon attaining the presidency of the Security Council quickly. Because
one thing I don't say this just now, that we are in opposition, not for oppose the development of this country. Because even if Salon gain MCC, SLPP get for camp, then get for go. APC get for camp benefits again. So to me, MCC, and in fact, let me make this clear. Not all governments no more work for the attainment of MCC.
Correct.
The opposition self gets a role for play, where we play in the attainment of MCC.
So why not
the leader, I don't know again now for celebrate. I want to celebrate.
The journalist now say you know
perception.
You know perception.
No, why? Listen, me. I go say unhesitatingly that me and the leader of government business now, the Right Honorable Nyuma, MCC meets with we.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
You know response. You know what we tell MCC. So brave, then they congratulate me, say them for congratulate me.
Well, Honorable Abdul Kargbo is the opportunity for congratulate you on the MCC award.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
What about the Security Council, quickly?
Yes, again, the Security Council, na a good, na a right step in the right direction. Because it help for expose this country. Like I always they say, you know, for present a good picture out there, it's very good. We all want, when we they go out, when we they travel out, the thing where they fly now with Sierra Leonean, now they fly now with, not to any other thing. In fact, people don't even know our political parties. They assess you based on the country you come from. So you all want to let your country go before. But again, now the service, or it's not good. If bad thing they happen at your country, you're not able to add the voice to them. In as much as government they do things them way good, government similarly they do things that way not correct.
Correct.
So we as opposition, now we your responsibility than they for all government responsible for them things then the way government they do, we not correct.
Thank you, Honorable.
Thank you.
I think say the thing with Oraman name, as I don't see, we combine Oraman, MP. If you're talking, you need to talk. So let we keep the conversation going. I want for just give quick minutes to both Fatutaki, Madam Fatutaki, and Alpha Khan for just a minute for response to the question and in general. Each one, all them 4 or 5 questions that we come. If you get something within the now you mind who you want for react to just briefly, but if I can keep on for me with 2 minutes each, you can do 1 more rounds and then I'll let you on well
go. No, me get things that I want to end up with. So decide why I'm one kind between the two. Now, for say the example we give, say if they pay you 20 million, you come, even if you did in governance, we no need for wait take opposition for ask you question. Also, you pull the funds or bill for. So that's part of governance, where even where you deal within the system for ask you questions.
That's a fair point.
What's happening where they become for at the same time? So that's why I wanted to come in.
All right, thank you. Alaji, over to you, sir. Presidential spokesman.
Thank you very much. First of all, I'm glad the way the two MPs there, now the people them put na the guillotine. Because the unity, peace, and cohesion of Sierra Leone start right from Parliament. They all represent people. They all represent people. And if you have the good information, you take it to your people, they will not be misled by people with information from outside. So really, the work of making the country safe, we left on our hand. I make vote for one. Me safe na I get MP. Abdul Kargbo na me MP. And they represent me na Lokoma Sama and Port Loko. So it depends on you. For you can't tell me say there is peace in Sierra Leone. But to talk about arrests, me MP seem for put them at the head of government as if the government can order say we go arrest this person. ISF no say we get 3 arms of government. We get we get Parliament. We get Parliament, we get the executive, and we get the judiciary. Parliament now they make the law. This law now make I want to let people them abide by them. So the judiciary and the police are there to enforce it. And not to executive the instructions say go hold Nyuma or go hold Deputy Minister of Information. No, not at all. If you go against the law, they must call you for like and talk. If now you need for you let your friend win a minister, you go talk on side, say, but that man there, Asabi and let them get on bail, then he can do that. But let the law take course. That is called the rule of law. When you follow the rule of law, no make mistakes. So no, not blame government say 19 cents, go arrest this. No, if you not do nothing, they not go hold you. Then I'll come to something you mentioned, that there are people who built houses in the last government. I have houses, but I built them before I went into government. Long ago. No, I'm just saying, but I was a member of that government. So when I say they mention when I mention dry bones, all part and the film. So me, I will not build me host them. I not build one new host.
No, Mr. Minister.
Now coming.
Sir. No, just 1 minute. I not even think about you.
Yeah, but I did it.
Me focus on mine. Musa Tali, they go to.
Okay, well, what I'm trying to say is that there are people who came into government. They already have their property. Thank you very much. And they were there before I became a minister. And you sabi me say the time before I become minister, I mean, I possibly own my airlines and helicopters and things like that. In fact, I became poor, like Naomi. When she went to Moab, she came back poor. I went into politics rich, and I came back poor. That's the problem. So anyway, there are people who were there, but make us say, this one, I hope you will not go ask me questions again now about the deliveries.
Okay.
Because this one, we don't left and pound now. The MPs, not so, we left and give them. Take it to us. Thank you very much.
With your permission, I'll just do one more round, and then we go close, yeah? Okay, one more round. 1, let's see the hands. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, quickly, you know your numbers. Go. 1.
Mina Bawadan Kamara, I write for New Citizen newspaper. So my question go directly to you, Dr. Khan. The president in speech will not say make and not throw more light on the Fit Salon project. It just shed light on the framework, how or what it intend for do. What would they expect for tell we since the launch until now, almost see their own plant, almost farmers that don't empower. Then secondly, the Tomabo Rice project also. We not mention one I don't throw under the carpet or not. Thank you.
Because I don't say not to me you ask the question, but as the official spokesman of the government of Salone, I feel say maybe you not be pay attention no, because President talk about stomach bomb and it but Alaji will respond. But good logo number 2. Would I have been poised for number 2? I think you yes. I can send you a copy of the speech. Let you go watch am.
Yeah.
Yes.
My name na Mahmoud Silla from the Nature newspaper. Perhaps this question will go to you, the government spokesman, and the presidential spokesman as well. And inside the town hall meeting, President Biobin say in president of infrastructure. Being the president of infrastructure, we look at the president in manifesto 2018, Lunge Bridge not been the part of farm, but we see Lunge Bridge being discussed at the highest level. But up to today, we don't know how far with Lunge Bridge. I don't know.
Okay. I did try for see if I really wrap around this. But I know say the question along bridge. Okay, good. And then yeah, number 3 now this gentleman will be in eh? Now you be the 3? Yes, yes.
Mina John Kelly Mara, I dey report for Daybreak newspaper. Mr. Kargbo, Honorable Kargbo, in terms of democracy, good governance, rule of law, human rights attributes, how you go assess President Bio in 5 years in office? Thank you.
Thank you. Number 4.
Thank you very much. My name is Melvin Tijan Mansare. I'm a parliamentary journalist. I want to tell you thank you for this panel. I will go straight to the speech and point 125. The president say confidence in the audit service has increased. That is the first sentence. And he continues to say it has now covered 5% of government expenditures and blah, 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 and blah. And I guess the question first to you, Mr. Barr, now that with the proposed removal of the auditors general, do you think confidence in the audit service has increased or decreased? Also, another question where I get now, that's for the leader of government business. I want to take this time to tell the press, say, as parliamentary journalist, he is a lover of the press. With the photo and grab, but he has never despised the press. Parle, God bless you, sir. Press gallery, na la di lie. All right, so honorable leader of government business, my question is that with the...
You take care of the journalists then. Yeah, Sabi Dawara. Once they praise you, so you take care of them.
The question is that with the proposal for remove the auditor general and looking at the current configuration of the 6th parliament, it's obvious that the SLPP not get the 2/3 of 99 MPs. How una plan for go around this? And to the presidential spokesman.
Are you angry no more? You don't hug me
I
for
just
too
want to
long.
ask the three politicians the question almost.
Normally, I can only give one question per person.
All right, well, I just
But go on. I'll allow you today.
Mr. Presidential Spokesman, it seems as if the president, firstly, he was very briefed. He provided a lot of specifics at the opening 4 or 5 pages of the address. But one thing as he say conspicuously absent. Now, the fact that we don't hear the president talk about the constitutional review, and of course, and also talk about how una plan for address the issue of divergent opinion. I begin one question for Hon Abdul Kargbo, but since you don't allow me, and I think saying I'm going to be fair for plurality's sake.
Would I begin number 5? Now, this gentleman in front, yes.
Good afternoon, Samuel John Nyuma from Star Radio. There is this quotation that says, when a man loses money, he loses nothing. But when that man loses integrity, he loses everything. Quoting Honorable Matthew Nyuma, we, as in us as journalists, it's high time we began to name and shame bad politicians. And he anchored it saying, in absence of laws, jungle practice is sin. Sir, how can you appreciate that statement, linking it to reinstating Paran? Mr. Minister, please, can you give us an highlight to the political prisoners? Thank you, sir.
Huh? I forgive highlights on political prisoners. Okay, you mean item 4, right? Under comprehensive. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Good. We have some really good questions. Thank you very much. This will be the last and final round. So this term, no, I want to let Abdul Kargbo start, and then I can to we with the government. There's quite a few government questions. So Honorable Kargbo, AKK, allow Wibo, Honorable AKK, allow the leader lay respond. Leader, the question that I think one you assessment of government on democracy, human rights, I think, and justice was the words the person used. I think that the only question anyway then direct at you. I don't forget anybody in your own question as well, right? I think that's the only one. No, but okay, good. So respond to that, and then there's quite a few questions for we on the side. Go ahead.
Yes, firstly on the assessment of the past 5 years of President Bio relating to democracy, good governance, and the rule of law. If I were to make this assessment, let be in the presence of Una we been this alone, where Una all see what we go through, as a country as a whole. Why make we talk about tripartite? We talk about dialogue. We talk about this. Usai you go make peace. Na usai peace nodi. Na they go for go make peace. E act for the comrade na call person. Sebo una can't talk case by between me and my wife. If you and wife they at peace. If nothing no happen. Usai something they will go wrong. Now they call people them, let them can intervene. So the mere fact that we summon ECOWAS, Commonwealth, Africa Union, they all come for preside over Salon young problem. That means things then they will not able to handle and manage for we serve to the extent that we need other people then for can help we for manager. And like how they say, Salon small. We all not the same. Honorable Martin Nyuma go como Kenema, me go como Putloko. But at the end of the day, we all meet up now Frobe College. We all go the same club now Frobe College. And what to make them say, I can always say, then thing and they not happen by accident. It happened because God knows them people there, then get for all positions, now them various political parties. So before they can all learn positions, then they let them go the same club or the same student grouping, so that unity way don't they among them at college, then go use them for make the country benefit. Now the same circumstances now we face so. So we as opposition, we always don't say that democracy, the real democracy, now when you see elections, procedures and processes them, all things go on well, no cause for alarm. And any side way elections get so much issues, at the end of the day, you hear people and they grumble. You hear people and they talk. You hear people and they express their dissatisfaction. So we get a lot more for ensure this thing where we can pass after these 2023 elections, it not happen again at any other elections in this country. Let people then be satisfied. Say yes, the voter votes then count and being now this we get, now this we get, now this we this, now this then this. Because one thing where not they make, governance well structured, now because beaucoup problem then they in the elections. And what happen nationally not too different from what happen at the Bar Association back home. Up till now they are struggling. And it go bad for less alone get that kind image there. Say any elections now not or any elections now Lord we owe anything we come out today we they agree on them. It go bad. Me picking they go pure. In fact, nine can force from Form 2 for go Form 1. From Form 1 for go Form 2, sorry. From Form 2 for go Form 3, sorry. On a fait me picking the demote. From Form 2 for go Form 3. JSS 2 for go JSS 3. 9 can force, 9 class. I send me with, they go na in PTA meeting. Then get the PTA elections, where then they organize. Me wife go there, and not even sabi none of the aspirants them. But he decide for monitor the elections. After the elections, I go take them there. After the election, me wife they go bitterly inside the motorcar. He said, what is happening? It's not fair. Now it's everything. He said, before we, nine and the right, then they vote for one of the man. Everybody they vote for her. Everybody they vote for her. He said the man will contest where people elect. Police then go, then beat and they arrest them, then put them behind, and not even see the elections. So it's becoming a pattern. And if this pattern continue, it go bad for we. Let we allow the people then forget their choice wherever like at base. It don't mean say because me na APC, you for be APC for let lead at base. It left for la prove myself to you, for let you say yes, waiting this person they do is correct. So one of the things that we will get for doing democracy as a nation, we for allow democracy for that play. Let the people then choose who that they want. If now Okada riders, let them choose who that they want. Let them not get pressure or influences from any other side. You see? And in terms of like where the comrades say, we commend government for the MCC. Because the MCC self na similar trend them, then they assess the MCC. We as a party, nobody na APC, no go tell me say, we no go want for let MCC can alone. No. We self want, let this blackout way they lay done. We self want, yesterday na blackout asleep, come with. I mean for right report. My computer all thing, even for iron self not been doing password like generator for the one.
The MCC so we will not spend it.
No, now they say
problem then they.
Now they say now for energy specifically. So me self want let the money come, let them problem then they solve. So anything now where I want iron, I know say yes, light day, I go buy iron. Because where they come, not to SLPP no more get for benefits from them.
They jump us.
Yes, now the entire country. You understand? Now the entire country. So right. for them side and the I want comment government. But like I say, now one thing we for always learn. Government, you for be open to criticism. Any government where no one criticism, not to a democratic government. Not to everybody for clap for president, for sing for him. Where president do good, we clap for him. Where president do bad, we for be bold enough, a man enough for snap say, what thing president do is not correct. And that was demonstrated at the town hall. That lady will grab for asking question. You see somebody come up here, one can knock the lady for question where they ask. If that person the way one can knock the lady, no say, salon na a democratic state, everybody get right for asking your question. You know go attempt answer because you know say the entire all go turn against them. So we get more for work on democracy and the rule of law. I tell you, thank you.
Thank you very much. Comrade, I think the side we can disagree normally. Now I can call the extent of we history. You mentioned the question of elections and interfering in elections. We go agree on that. We go disagree with you vehemently. Now the suggestion say na today the person will perfect the art of interfering in elections of market women in Swazi. Not to me party day. The person will start up. We decide say this country all election. No, you don't get it.
No, means a lot just
honorable, you don't know.
No, you are quoting me. You don't quote me now.
I just say
quote me. On all sidom. I even talk say na today.
No, you say
the way I they talk and not even be specific to any government.
Honorable.
And two, we as young people not go say because this don't happen 1960. Now a justifiable reason for let happen back. Whether na SLPP, whether na APC, even if APC come back na government, then they do this kind of thing. I don't pull the. I for able for condemn APC say no this thing not correct.
I don't pull the mic na here no. Now how you not get the stick you know talk. Not so. So So we not disagree on the outcome. We also disagree. Now we get the impression because we assess this government that now a new phenomena for say the interest in the election in there. I agree with you 100%. We need to get a country where we get elections where they allow for happen, where reflective of the people and will. It's also important to the talk they see that we for stick by rules. Now they no more disagree with you. I agree with you by the way, and I strongly condemn the one that we attack the woman we him in the talk at the town hall. But I was very clear. In fact, I scream at them, say I don't like it. But also, and I insist for Gian the mic as His Excellency asked. But I think you will agree with me as well as an honorable member. Like if you, while citizens get right for kind of parliament, if you organize your events now in a parliament, you invite His Excellency the President. Then one citizen in that parliament, he cannot do well. He said, no, in a citizen, you can't in passport for talk. Honorable. You as the leader of parliament, you go make sure say that person if secure, in fact, security is not allowance if any sign of the world. They will call a stranger. There are rules in a democracy. I don't want to let you I don't want to let you be caught up glorifying people the way think say because you get voice, therefore you know for abide by the rule. The only reason we make this possible. The beauty of democracy now that you know say I don't call you I get for respect. You know that. You know say I don't commit myself to time. Them are the carry the one for ask question and put up the hand, they ask question. That's why you come. Because you know say I go respect that. If you have been told katakumbe just now, you know they come. If all my minika you know they come. So we get for also no say, and at that part they are not agreed anybody. I insist say the thing that lady they do was wrong. Yes, the one that we try for attack and they were wrong, but insist for follow the rules. Because rules now they make the democracy go before. Leader, before I come to Honorable Alpha Khan, question, see, somebody asked a question about integrity and the restoration today of the clerk of parliament. I want to comment on that. And then there was another specific question on how you go about for attain the 2/3 majority we require for follow the recommendation of the tribunal in reports for remove the suspended Auditor General. Leader, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. Thank you very much, Melvin and others, for the questions I want to ask. First, I want to say thank you, Melvin, and your team, the press gallery. It's not a magic where I start in my open statement. When I say I get my own principles, but I don't demean anybody. Life itself is about reciprocity. You respect person, they respect you. Not to money. Now how you watch them. Where I talk to them. I get the laws for most who learn. Melvin is my friend. On several occasions, they don't abrogate SO 75, they don't abrogate 95, but we need to implement them. We go for land. We go for bend back course for accommodate yourself. That is democracy. Society don't attack we. Best friend. From what they call it this. This or this. But you know your argument, you know, I'm very forceful. But after we go to a press conference for clear about Afro-Barometer Parliament being the most corrupt institution, one of the most corrupt institutions. We go press conference, we clarify. Thereafter, we now get to call the civil society Dexter Parliament. We don't renew the MOU between we and civil society. I take them first in Brookfield Hotel. We explain, don't understand, we rules them. If person don't understand in your rule or you don't understand in rules, you get hold up some for crime for something, get yourself for blame. Say you not play your part of democracy yet. So okay then go understand we say today we get MOU. Trust me, you know can begin to about parliament. We get clear understanding how they work. Inside with SO,
the members of the fourth estate, how did they operate? So thank you very much for letting them know, see, that it's not about any other things. They know, see, most times I need to see them. But it's about respect. But if I meet you want immediate journalist, I agree. A journalist bullying company, na me man, I say, better take action against her. After there is life after this place. Integrity must be seen, expressed by you in leadership. Coming to the point of if I will get two-thirds or not, it's not a two-thirds matters. In the story, it's a story. You don't pet lies on people. Now, tribunal they said, it's not like when they go pull a vice president. We actually are not with the parliament at that time. When you bastardize the constitution, you stop the rule of law not for work. Then you want for catapult something else. That's why I'm always against how they remove the former vice president, Sansumana. So they don't go through tribunal. Thank you. If you go back, that's the way they publish Melvin, and not going to be secret. When it comes parliament, in fact, they don't begin to discuss them. Let us look at the facts. You know, I'm not going to use my position for make a disadvantage you, but I go protect the interests of the state. Now I make all my colleagues them and they bend backwards to understand. When it comes for get to thoughts, it's not the number I'm looking for. How the citizens they understand the story, whether in work in the personal interest or you get elements of corruption. So we will come to that point there, you will see the argument, then you will see what you will do. We'll vote, even if you don't get the two thoughts, the story will be there. We will talk as we happy in this nation. Somebody talk about, I say, I don't know able to the next one, but I'll just answer them. I say, when you bastardize the rule of law, in democracy, na institution the rule of law in the practice. When you overlook them, na jungle justice, na jungle democracy in the practice. Now, like how the next socks. I be there and they been to money. Yeah? I was there from day 1 to day 2. I was there inside the meeting with the APC, they all done. We don't enact one of the best elections laws in this whole region. Section 58 of the Public Elections Act. The challenge is to get 30% of women in Naya. Both international and national. Honorable colleagues, within inside this chamber, they go attest to that. Mr. Minister, presidential spokesman, even the CSO, they know me that. The international partner, they challenge me, they say, what would you call to do the structure of that? Why woman who can first, woman who can second. If the spirit and the intent, let me be the follow. I say we will get 30%. Inside proportional representation, we'll get them. I say we don't need for put that woman first, woman second. There is a sub clause where they say if you not put woman amongst the first three, will they disqualify that list? I'll put some behind the commission that they take with me. They will get 30%. Why I count this law? They allow us pass a powerful public elections laws. People are still accepting that we have what we call disaggregated or aggregated data. It's not in our books. When I go check, no, we are not the way I call about disaggregated or aggregated data. We're going to be into money. And I ask them, what do they call disaggregated data? And I ask them, nobody will tell me. What is their police station results? And I answer, now they put together, it's called aggregated data. But we'll not get a language called disaggregated data. They will allow we say for be carried away, we cause problems. Why I bring this? You know, if we look at election laws there, I submit that one day because I be so methodological. I argued that over 3 hours at the talk. I was not doing the reforms for my own sake. I was doing the reforms to change the trajectory of this country. I know what we went through. 2007, 2012. I'm a living testament, ladies and gentlemen. Then left, they not use the structure. Democracy now structure the rule of law. Violence, so they pay we. Now the President Biobi talk about. He has seen it all. I don't President Biobi right now the back of our them bossy head. You know they pay anything. I want Chernor to be a better place. So what do we do? When you are disadvantaged in elections, you use the rule of law. Go to court. Challenge a court. But we're not going to court. But President, you will go for pen and say, no, law go be into money. Still law go talk. Now in a democracy. So that's the reason when I watch that language, now review, not to investigate. So I mean, there are people that don't make all that they laugh. I recuse myself from further after being to Mandi because I dey wait for law and act them proposal there.
But we can't hold a cabinet, not parliament here, sir.
Yeah. So moving fast forward.
Yes.
When you see people they abrogate, they talk about law courts, my colleagues talk about now they do then they're doing about the bar associations. They also tell the pitch lawyers inside law court yonder when they go for elections. They go tell you now. So what we don't do now for review elections laws. Trust me, most of the proposals they put in so now that tripartite so. Check out, but most of them we don't do them. That citizenship then the other one they will not be doing because of we get some challenge with yourself. That is one of the things that we follow. That the rule of law must prevail. Now they talk about. You don't go left for challenge results on a Supreme Court. But Madam Bill, President Bill, he'll not say there was evidence overwhelming. But it's say, but this election don't winner. You know, say he go to court. He say I accept the ruling of the court, though it's not satisfactory. But that's a democracy. 2012. Right. We go backward. In 2007, when Christian Atop no be get right for invalidate results.
Correct.
Invalidate them. The year 2012, we get right for invalidate results. You say when I go police.
Yes.
We still went to court. But we are not living in a worry. We not Floridians. No, we not forget what just don't pass.
Okay, leader, sorry.
Finally.
Yes, I want to let you.
Finally, Baran.
Yes.
You find a 60 step we'll take. First, with the argument come up. Whether not true or not true, President is suspend Baran. We subject her to investigation. The first going anywhere for they say where for peace straight. We go to we call restitution. Yeah. Read the Anti-Corruption Act. There's a restitution action. We explain what they do. So what they do, but they still subject to it's suspended. They do thorough investigation. Anti-corruption, a very independent body. So if anti-corruption don't watch out, then it's a take administrative action. They still go. They say they suspend Param 1 month without salaries. They suspend that from February. Where they suspend, half salary. This one now they say no salary. Then in West, where they reprimand.
And ban them for
public office.
So for 5 years?
Yes, for 5 years. In fact, the discretion of the anti-corruption, in case they can't wait begin with some money, some financial matters, then at 3 years they ban them. We come to Paran, my wife.
5.
We have not questioned the
increase. Return the money and then ban them for 5 years.
You know, the reason to make the draw our attention where I work at the reason I know they ever fear for talk to anybody, journalist. Because I don't say the right thing now. If I do them, right. I don't go for office. Mr. Moderator, finally. Finally, sir.
Yeah.
When we are faced with certain things, then not only look at the politicians, say now we get the answer to everything. Now we not get for make sure say the right thing is being told by people. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Presidential spokesman, Fit Salon. This board I say about Fit Salon, page 4 of the speech where they in front of me, the first 4 of everything. Was on Fit. He said the detail,
so it was silent.
Summary.
So it was silent.
President talk about expansion of rice, not mechanization of value chain. In fact, he even itemized the issue then they on all the areas. He actually the most comprehensive reports we get in the speech now on Fit Salon. But I think you need to forget the speech. But the board are interested in that. He said no about Toma Bomb, so you get to talk about that briefly. And then there was another question, I think, for you about. Somebody said the bits way in no year at all. I mean, say go respond to that. Now, this question of constitutional review and plans for deal with what they refer to as divergent opinion.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and then he asked about the status of Lunge Bridge. That was another question. Okay. So if you can do that for me in 5 minutes.
I'm going to answer them one by one.
But all together 5 minutes.
Yes,
okay, good.
Right, thank you very much. You don't talk about the detail where President puts on the speech about Fit Salon. From paragraph 23 to paragraph 31. 8 paragraphs, you talk about Fit Salon completely. Talk about Tomabom, we talk about everything. Waiting did not tell you now the area where we don't cultivate this year, how much cultivation. And I think saying that you get interest pan. This year, for Tomabom, for Samu, Lokomasama and Mambolo included, They don't cultivate 29,000 hectares of bully land. And that 29,000 and some hundreds, round them up to 30,000 hectares. That gives you 75,000 acres. At 75,000 acres, we the poor farmer themselves, we know to use fertilizer. At every acre and at 28, minimum of 20 bushel with the pull. When you get fertilizer, now you can get up to 30. At 20 bushel day for 75,000 is 150,000 bushels of rice. If we harvest them properly. When we don't harvest that one day, that 150,000 bushels, it will give you 500,000 bags of white rice, milled rice. And that 500,000 bags of white rice there, now 25,000 tons, metric tons of rice. Because each bag now 50 kilos. 25,000 metric tons. That now 2.5 shiploads of rice will be for bring from China. Come. And each shipload of rice, if you take rice, say it costs you $400 a ton for land and aya. 10,000 tons, now $4 million. So if you have that, you have over nearly $15 million. $22 million. Now you don't save. We no pull naya for go give them people in China. And if your harvest is good, you could have 40 bags, 40 bushels. That now go double. You will have nearly 50,000 tons of metric tons of rice. So Tomabom and Mambolo and Samu and Rokupur, all the work. It's going to yield for us. So the panel bring those figures in, but we won't ask you when the spokesman, then we know that. So the rest of the things you want to know, I don't guide you. It's paragraph 23 to paragraph 31. The mechanization, the research, and everything about feed saloon. Then the other question now is?
Lunge Bridge.
Lunge Bridge. Akomo Lunge. Lunge Bridge is a business. Like the toll road has become a business now. Somebody who can invest and put that toll road there. If you not pay him back, you're not going to put him money there. So the Lunge Bridge now, the point is, how many cars go get for crossing that 1.8 billion it come out? Dollars. It will take 30, 40, 50 years. The rate where would they go on a ferry now? So we need to connect Lunge with the city. When you have a city on the other side, you have a city on this side, then the traffic they increase. And that's what we are working on. We don't get people that were interested in the Lunge Bridge. But the viability of the project has to be accompanied with the city. So they do try to get other people for interested in doing an industrial city at Lunge. Now my advantage, because now they are commode. So I don't need for the commodity against for the cow.
So you know more. Abdul Kargbo says
and I know the biggest beneficiary.
How they do this work here.
So the Lunge Bridge has to go with the city. And that's what we are going to do. As you can see, Freetown on the tide for we. There's a lot of flooding, all sorts of things with the deforest, the hills and all that. Problems they come. So a need for make we get another city on the other side, we then call an industrial and commercial city. And that is what we are working on now. So Lunge Bridge is not dead. It was not part of the manifesto, but it is the icing on the cake. If we do it, now icing on the cake. You understand?
Yes.
The cake like the manifesto.
And we committed to doing it.
We are committed to doing it.
Okay.
There's another one on the constitutional review. You want to handle that?
Yes.
Okay.
The question about why the president not address the constitutional review. But let me just answer quickly because we only get 2 more minutes for finish on time. I'm grateful for the time on all long commit already. So one question will be around an update on so-called political prisoners. To be clear, the government of Salone consider say we'll get any prisoner in Salone a political prisoner. That's not our position. In the resolution, one of the things there was the APC will submit a list of people that we consider say then case them politically, that either they are politically motivated or elections related cases. And that government go look into a mechanism for address the issue then they based on the rule of law. So we not consider say anybody, not a own position and they. Having said that, the APC submit a list of 318 people recently for let the government consider that list. After a thorough review of that list, we find out say 108 of them people and they don't already escape. We not get them. They don't escape detention. 3 now be military officials we been there part of the November 26 school. 53 don't serve the jail term and they don't already release them. 65 of them, they don't discharge them after they don't pay fines we ordered by the courts. 14, they don't release them on bail. 51 named on that list. They know one day hold them, they know one day arrest them. 51 people and they put them on a list and submit until we don't want and they know one day they're in custody. 9 of the named then have been duplicates. Only 15 of the 318 names the way the APC submits, only 15 currently they in custody. We finally want to know that day. And of that 15 day, the process starts now for address. Constitutional review. The constitutional review don't make it clear say not to one government will they complete the process. And His Excellency don't make it very clear that the commitment did it clean and not to all things this picture go cover. But in commitments to the constitutional review, I don't think say go be challenged. Somebody asked me about the confidence in the audit service. People and they forget say the audit service, the suspension of the Auditor General, then set up a tribunal by law. The tribunal include people who are right-standing members of society, distinguished judges, brilliant jurists, and the Mindede. Every single one of the proceedings were public. Every citizen being right for good. This is unprecedented. And then on their own, then come up with the recommendations. Government not take no decision after the recommendation. We don't accept. And now we position is we submit that report. His Excellency don't instruct for let's submit the reports to Parliament. And like the leader say, Parliament go debate. If we get 2/3 majority, we will follow the law. Yes, we're very proud of that because we not use UKUK, executive order or something like that for pull-up. We follow the law. And like I say, the extent of the audit service, the work they do, it don't significantly increase and it don't improve. So I think Dan at the general, and on this question of integrity, I think the leader of government business mentioned this. The purpose of the law, means say if you Nayana, you do one bad thing, would it demonize you, will say law pull you completely out of society, not fair. They not find no evidence say this man thief money or this na a question of hiring process, not to hire. But then say, even at that, they hold on to account, they fine in WEF, they ban in WEF, then suspend them. Hey, but what's for the put on a public school or shooter? I mean, at least there's been some accountability, and now they come back having learned that lesson day for taking forward. I want to give all the speaker then just 30 seconds for letting them say the last word. No, they make 30 seconds because I really don't wait and call. Would they go this way and end? Antifatuna normally they get 1 minute. Una now 30 seconds each. 30 seconds, and then we will close. I know yes, if we left on no more, would they have 3 hours? Minority leader, go ahead, sir.
Yes, Salona, small country, and we all obligation to this country. Whatsoever you do, time and purpose get for coach you. Time and purpose get for hold you responsible. Not feel say now this modern days, you go do something, then you go with and free. In the midst of technology, they're not able to reference you. So when you do an authority, anything way you do, be careful. Thing go come. where then go play you film.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Minority Leader. Now we go to Dr. Taki, quickly. You get 1 minute.
Thank you. I want to reiterate, say, Salon a small place, and this, all they talk about this collective will and for get unity in purpose. I think, say, all what the president can present today, we as citizens for able to digest them and look inside them and able to point out things them to them. So side them. So from me, once I will tell you, say, once I hardship, they talk about economy and all that thing, and we forget more often discussions. We forget more discussions, even we'll get bad news, good news.
Correct.
We forget more of them discussions. And then I also think, say, we for take specific steps way sustainable for decentralization, for more get effective success in all the things that way it don't highlight, also it don't succeed in the sense of achievements where it don't present, but also for look at the challenges that we don't get and how we all as a nation for able to tackle them, for may we all benefit from them. And last but not least, for may we all see again collectively look at the resolve we get, for look at faceless people, for look at people who want tension. Without peace, the country is not stable. Without peace, there cannot be development. And if we all put on together for work towards them, we're able to left that legacy today for picking them. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Leader of Government Business, your final word, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator, Mr. Minister. First, I want to say thank you all, the journalists and the panels who saw this. So, one thing where I make very clear is that we are committed to whatever we do. As a government, I'm committed to always bend backwards to meet my colleagues, irrespective of how we stand at the moment. But as long as not for all deliver in the service value. Now, climate change that will affect we. We don't allow the weaponized climate change. President talked about that. So in this business of fighting climate change, forget human face. Because we are the most vulnerable countries in the world. Among the first 5 salon today. But what the president talk, we important, we want all can go. Be society, journalists, and with the politicians. This issue of pollution, plastics, we president talk about, is a cow bill.
Yeah.
It's a very serious issue.
Yeah.
It damage with ecosystem. It damage and completely. And now one fundamental thing that we don't make sure that we fish stock don't deplete. Even now, we said that they breed in the mangroves area them. So today, I want to encourage you now. This one president talks, so we they build camp, we they make sure that everybody help we follow, we propagate them, and let we contribute towards them for make sure see the use of plastic. You know, always talked about the position. It's a plastic. We they fight against that and for make sure say we eliminate the use of plastic. We they deposit all over the place.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. God bless us.
Thank you so much. Now the presidential spokesman for the last word.
The last word for today, because we'll come back.
For today, sure, yes.
Sir. Okay, thank you very much. Some good news. The PA talk about inflation. I don't notice it. He say inflation come out from 55% to 32%. Then when the indicators for the stability of an economy, the rate of inflation, and the exchange rate. The exchange rate, the dollar, has been stuck at around 2.3 for nearly 1 year. And when it is fixed like that, you know, say the economy don't stabilize. That's good news, because the inflation, they go down at the same time. The other good news is that for we in Putloko, if they say, let Putloko then clap, they not clap. Tonkolili not clap. But they
look Abdul, clap.
Yeah, there's good news there. The good news is that presidents don't institute the 1% when they go to CDF for the local communities. Last year in Marampa, Lonsar, we received 38 billion. This year, we will receive 50 billion. But you know the 38 billion we don't give, we not done itself. We don't have the absorptive capacity. Then no, I'm serious. We have not, because
it's
of the
true.
we're not done yet, and they will not give us the other 50 until they done that one day. That's not for development. Now they give agree another 50 for this year. The next year, I'm sure it will be like 75. Tonkolili, we give 5 billion last year. Then for this year, we give them 25 billion. The one way they give them last year, 5 billion, they're not able to do them. That now Ferengbea and Bumbuna and where the MP I think Shasia and just
30 seconds on
Sambaya. So this is it. These are the good pieces of good news where we expect, where we for the clap say yes. When peace day, things will happen for us. Yeah, let me take the peace dividend out, let me get the democratic dividend, and of course, the development dividend.
Thank you very much to the Honorable Abdul Kargbo, the Minority Leader in the Parliament of the All People's Congress, Dr. Fatutaki, Educationist. To the Honorable Alhaji Dr. Alpha Kanu, Presidential Spokesperson, the Honorable Matthew Nyuma, Majority Leader and Leader of Government Business, Deputy Minister. I want to take this opportunity for telling plenty thank you. This is now a civic democratic duty we perform now so today. With democracy, we get beaucoup challenges, we get beaucoup problems we not able to solve it. But just the fact that we can and get this kind of conversation and talk like how they talk, so with civility and friendship, and still disagree passionately, now a step in the right direction. I thank the leadership of Parliament for when I host with today. I know it's in on the Guru lunch. Journalists then they are there allowed to talk to them also. They then give lunch within their host. Now the host winner here. But I want to tell Una, the members of the Fourth Estate, with friendship and with partnership very important. And until we meet again next week for another edition of the weekly press conference. Assalamu alaikum.